Hello everyone, and welcome back for more Solo Crisis League. Tonight we're taking on Season 11, Round 2. What that means is we are playing with Heroes Unite, Crisis 4, and crossover. What number is this? 7 New Gods. That's the number. Crossover 7 New Gods. So Season 11 of the Solo Crisis League is using crossover packs in place of main deck cards from each Crisis. So there is no Crisis 4 main deck cards. That means there's no Unity mechanic in this. That being said, the New Gods cards are quite strong. There's quite a few of them there that are really, you don't want to miss out on them. You don't want them to get destroyed by a personal crisis. You don't want to lose them to a villain attack. You definitely want to keep your hands on them. And we will try and get our hands on as many of them as possible because that's the way to go in this particular round when we don't have access to those Crisis 4 cards. So again, this is Season 11, Round 2. We have two choices of character, one hero, one villain. A hero from New Genesis and a villain from Apocalypse. Let's see who we're going to use tonight. Our options are Orion and Kalibak. This was actually a really hard choice for me to make. I wasn't sure which one to do because they're both very, very useful. So let's talk about Orion. Once during each of your turns, you have 9+ power. Draw 2 cards. So you're already in a position where you can afford Slade Wilson, for example, and then on top of that, you get to draw 2 more cards. That's very useful if you're in a situation where you're facing the supervillain and you're about to get a new personal crisis for beating them. Those new 2 cards you draw might actually help you get rid of that personal crisis very, very quickly. But we're going to go the Kalibak route. I'll talk about why just now. So he reads, at the end of each of your turns, if you did not play any starter cards, draw 2 additional cards into your hand. So they both draw 2 cards, correct? Yes. This is going to allow us to, once we destroy all the starters, essentially have 7 cards every hand, while Orion's going to allow us to have 7 cards in situations where we have 9+ power. So the goal of Kalibak here is to get rid of all of the starters very quickly so that we can do his power every turn. And Orion would be able to generate power and draw 2 cards as well, but I think Kalibak's going to be a little bit quicker on that. Now, one thing that Orion does have going for him is New Genesis. Its ability stems from having heroes in your hand, which can really help. But since we're using a villain, we have Apocalypse on our side, which means we get bonuses from gaining villains and playing villains, from playing villains, but we can't play villains because it's crisis mode and crisis cards get destroyed. And how are we going to do that? We can't. We just can't. So instead, we're going to focus on upgrading Apocalypse as quickly as possible because once we get to level 3, we do get +2 power every turn. So that means once we get to level 3 Apocalypse and we destroy all the starters, we're going to have a Kalibak that gets 7 cards in his hand and starts at 2 power. That's incredibly powerful. That's a lot. Like I said, Orion is not a bad choice by any means. I'm just going to Kalibak route today because I think that sounds like fun. And that's what this is all about as far as I'm concerned. So we have Slade Wilson, which means we have to gain a weakness whenever we shuffle our discard pile. We have a personal crisis in play, and that is Villainous Lineage. Each time you buy, gain, or defeat a villain, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Players may contribute villains they buy, gain, or defeat to this crisis. This is the perfect time to have Villainous Lineage because that means you can get those first couple villains out of here, get rid of the crisis at the same time. It's wonderful. So our initial lineup is Apocalypse. That's nice. Legion Flight Ring. Okay. Katana. Okay. Deadman. This is where it's at right now. Yeah. And Boom Tube. Okay, so no villains, so we can't do anything about that. It's the beginning of our turns. We do have to destroy a card for Villainous Lineage, and we lost Metropolis. We have 3 power and 2 vulnerabilities. We'll use our 3 power to go ahead and get a kick. We're going to get Deadman as soon as we can to get rid of some starters. New card comes out. A card gets destroyed for Villainous Lineage. We lost Starbolt. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to buy Deadman. When you buy or gain this card, you may destroy up to 2 cards in your hand or discard pile. We're going to destroy 2 vulnerabilities in our discard pile. That's a fantastic start. That's really good. You can't get much better than that this early in the game. We do get a weakness, which replaces one of those vulnerabilities essentially, but it's still good news. then we'll give Dead Man to a crisis at some point, a personal crisis. New card comes out, new card destroyed. Forever People. That one got lost to a personal crisis last game, so we didn't get to play it. Glad to see it. 2, 4, 5, and 6. What's Forever People do? Draw a card. Discard this card from play, New Genesis Protector 2. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's actually good because that's going to help us beat New Genesis. So yeah, we'll go ahead and buy him, and we'll use our 2 to get Legion Flight Ring. New card coming out. New card gets destroyed for Villainous Lineage. There goes Arrow Discs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and get Boom Tube. You know what? No. We're going to get Katana and a kick. You know what? No. We're going to get Batarang and a kick. Yes. Get some power in there. I was thinking get a Katana for defenses, because it sounds good to kind of stack her with Hero of the Future there. But we're not in that position yet. We do gain a new weakness. Which kind of makes up for the 2 vulnerabilities we destroyed, honestly. Kind of right where we started. New card comes out. New card is destroyed. That's our first villain, and it's destroyed, unfortunately. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll use that to get Wonder of the Night. Go on to next turn. New card coming out. New card destroyed. Plastic Man's gone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to get Manhunter, which goes to Villainous Lineage, and we add a card for that. Oh, we use the next 3 to add another Manhunter, which adds another card to the lineup. So that's 2 of the 3 villains we need for Villainous Lineage. That's really good news. We just got to get 1 more. So new card comes out for the turn. New card is destroyed. There goes Oa. All right, let's go ahead and draw a card. And it's got the ongoing ability to discard this card from play. New Genesis Protector 2. Now, Protectors we didn't really talk about during the first game. But basically, you can discard a Protector from your hand to decrease the cost of the opposing planet. So it's got New Genesis Protector 2. If I discard that, I'll basically get 2. I'll lower the price of Apocalypse by 2. That's the idea. So that does allow us to draw a card. Then let's draw another card. Then let's put equipment from the discard pile into our hand. There's none there, and we'll draw another card. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's get both copies of Katana. That way when we get Hero of the Future, it'll be a little bit more useful. Metron's out, and we lost Saint Walker. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I want Metron or Warrior Princess? Let's see. Double the current power, but you can only buy cards in the lineup. Yes. Plus your power if you play or have played a Starbolt card this turn, gain a card from the lineup, put it into your hand. Let's get Metron. That's a good use of our 6 power for sure. Shuffle this up. We have to get another weakness because Villainous Lineage is still out there. Red Lantern Corps. We did lose that. What was it? That Orion? No, it's Talion. Okay. It's not Orion. What am I talking about? Orion's a great card, though, so I'm looking forward to that coming out. So we have another Red Lantern Corps here, or our first Red Lantern Corps. Another villain, I should say, which will end Villainous Lineage if we can get rid of it. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is enough to get rid of this, which does add a card to the lineup, but it does also end Villainous Lineage. So this personal crisis is over. These are removed from the game. So that's good news. No more weaknesses gained and such. This weakness won't do anything for us. Gotta get some more destruction. Alright, new card coming out. Nothing to destroy now. Let's get an equipment from our discard pile into our hand and then draw a card. Let's go ahead and draw another card. All right, 2, 4, 6. With that, we're going to buy Warrior Princess. Now, I could play 2 more power, but this says at the end of each of your turns, if you did not play any starter cards, draw 2 cards at the end of your turn. So that means I can draw 7 cards this turn, since I didn't play those starters. Let's see if that helps us. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can double that to get to 10. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Escape Artist, leaving us with 7. We'll go ahead and get rid of Parasite, leaving us with 3, and we'll go ahead and buy another Kick. New card coming out. Highfather. I think that also got destroyed last game. All right. Still have to get rid of Female Furies before we can take on Slade Wilson, but we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. 1, 2, 3. We can double that to get the 6. Goodbye, Female Furies. We're back to our next turn. Mother Box, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go ahead and get that Hero of the Future, because we've been eyeing that for a while with our plans to deal with all those defenses we're gathering, make them a little bit more powerful. Astro Harness. Draw a card and then discard a card. We're actually going to discard Legion Flight Ring, because then we're going to play Hero of the Future, allowing us to put equipment into our hand. And that's going to be Legion Flight Ring, and then also draw a card. Play Legion Flight Ring to draw a card. All right, 3 power, 4, 5 power is all we get from that. All of that, and all we get's 5 power, huh? We'll get Apocalypse. I can see some uses for that, especially in this point in the game. New card coming out. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. What do you guys got? One of these two, huh? Ooh, or this one here. Plus 4 power. Once each of your turns, superhero. Sorry, let's read it. I'm going to choose one of these 3 cards. So Highfather reads plus 4 power. If your level 3 homeworld is defeated this game, this card has an additional 3 VPs. I mean, that doesn't really matter this time because we're not worrying about VPs, but that is plus 4 power and New Genesis and Protector 6, which help quite a bit with taking our Apocalypse up. Mother Box, superhero. We're playing supervillain, actually. Once in each of your turns, you may destroy a card in your hand. That's really good. Mother Box might be the answer, because with that, we can start saying goodbye to these starters really quickly. An Astro Harness, plus 3 to power. Defense, you may put this card from your hand in play to avoid an attack. If you do, play it on your next turn. We're going to get Mother Box, because that destruction is going to be incredibly useful going forward. It's just ongoing destruction. That's fantastic. Especially with all those weaknesses we've got floating around right now. Card comes out. And we got Mother Box right here. Sweet. Supervillain. Once during each of your turns, you may destroy a card in your hand. We're going to destroy this weakness in my hand. 2, 3, 4. Goodbye, Kanto. New card comes out. All right. Draw a card, and then I may discard a card. We'll discard this Punch. We're going to use Mother Box to destroy this weakness. I go 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. With that, we'll go ahead and we'll get rid of Mr. Zaz and gain Boom Tube for ourselves. And since I didn't play any starters, we get to draw 2 cards with Kalibak's ability. That's 7 cards for this next turn. We'll use Mother Box's ability to destroy this weakness in my hand. Put an equipment from my discard pile into my hand. get Batarang here. And then also draw a card. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do this. 8, 9. Goodbye, Slade Wilson. Doing so does give us a new personal crisis, and that's Inflated Ego. Discard cards that cost 1, 2, or 3 you control. You can't play cards that cost 1, 2, or 3. Contribute 2 cards that cost 1, 2, or 3. All right, we used all our power, so that's all useless. But that's okay. We're going to keep going. And deal with our next villain and such. We have 1 defense in hand. That's the good news. Let's see what our new villain is. Harvest. Each player destroys a hero they control and a hero in their hand. For each cannot gain a weakness, use Katana here. Discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card. Alright, new card comes out. And a new card gets destroyed via Inflated Ego. We lost Die for our Dark Side. That's actually a really good card. It's kind of a real shame to see that one go. Really, really is. Okay, let's get Apocalypse down. We can look at the top card. If it's a villain, draw it. If not, we may discard it. We will go ahead and discard it. Let's use Mother Box here to destroy this weakness in hand. And Legion Flight Ring draws a card. Oh, wait, no, we can't play Legion Flight Ring. We'll contribute it to Inflated Ego. That's what we'll do. We'll also have to... Let's see. You can't play cards that cost 1, 2, or 3. Contribute 2 cards that cost 1, 2, or 3. You know, here's Kick. That's 2 cards that cost 1, 2, or 3. So that actually is the end of Inflated Ego already. That was really quick. Really quick. We only end up with 1 power this turn. Can't do anything with that. It's okay. This Mother Box ability is going to really help us in the long run here. I can see it already playing out in our favor often. Not that it would ever be against us, but I guess what I'm trying to say is it's going to stack really quickly. It's going to get rid of these starters really quickly, and then we're going to be in a whole new game soon, it feels like. We'll start with Mother Box. Just, you know what? We won't start with Mother Box. We'll start with Escape Artist, draw a card, and then discard a card. We'll discard Hero of the Future. I guess we'll put a card that costs 6 or... Oh, we can't. Never mind. We'll discard Boom Tube because I can't really use that. Alright, then we'll use Mother Box to destroy this vulnerability. That's all 3 vulnerabilities gone. 2, 4. We will go for the 5 power to get Starbolt. And move on to next turn. Card comes out. Anti-Life Equation. That is the game changer. That's what's going to turn this game around quickly. Start with Mother Box destroying this punch in hand. And then it's just 1, 2, 5. Let's try Apocalypse. Are you a villain? No, we'll discard that. We're at 5 power. We will double that to get to 10. We'll get Anti-Life Equation, leaving us with 5 power. Get rid of Deadshot, leaving us with 3 power. Can't buy anything with that because we can only buy things from the lineup when you use Metron. New card comes out. Desaad. Alright, we'll start with Wonder... Actually, no, we'll start with Apocalypse. Looking at this card, it's not a villain. We will discard it. We'll use Wonder of the Night to put equipment from our discard pile into our hand. Okay, and then we also draw a card. We'll then use Boom Tube to put a card that costs 6 or greater from the discard pile into our hand. We'll take Metron. We'll do it. We'll go all Metron-y. Alright, then let's use Mother Box to destroy this punch. Then we're looking at 2, 4, 5, 6. Double that to get the 12. Goodbye Desaad, bring us down to 8. Use that 8 to buy Highfather. And move on to next turn. We're getting there. Once these starters are gone, we'll use Kalibak's ability pretty much every turn. Can't imagine a reason we wouldn't use it every turn, I guess, right? Once they're all gone. Huh. Alright, let's use Escape Artist first to draw a card. Actually, first we'll use Apocalypse. Look at this card. We'll leave it there. Escape Artist draws a card and then discards a card. We'll discard Boom Tube. We'll use Mother Box to destroy this punch in our hand. Put equipment from our discard pile into our hand and then draw a card. End up with 2, 3, 4, and +1 for each hero and villain in the destroyed pile. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 power is a lot. Yeah, we'll stop there. We won't play Boom Tube or Punch. We'll get rid of a Harvest, leaving us with 4 power. We'll get power of the green for that. And since we didn't play any starters, we get 7 cards for this next turn. Wait, hold on. We still had these 2 in hand. We have to get a Personal Crisis. Each time you contribute to a crisis, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. To beat, contribute 3 cards of cost 1 or greater. I don't want to give it Boom Tube, that's for sure. All right. We get 7 cards. Let's get a new villain. Brother Blood. Each player reveals the top 3 cards of his deck. Pass one to the discard pile of the player on your left and destroy the rest. We will defend with a Katana, discard to avoid attack, and then draw a card. Not too bad. So a new card comes out and a card does get destroyed. So they have to contribute what? 3 cards of cost 1 or greater. And we'll give it a kick, which adds a card to the lineup, unfortunately. I don't really want to give it anything else. Let's try Apocalypse real quick. Look at this. Are you a villain? No, we'll leave that there. We're going to use Mother Box to destroy a punch. Let's get 4 power here. Actually, no. We're going to discard this card to generate New Genesis Protector 6, which lowers the cost of Apocalypse by 6. So that plus Starbolt, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. This costs 3. So we're going to upgrade Apocalypse, getting us, what? Can we use this new ability yet? No, I can't use that ability because I can't play villains still, but we do have 2 power left over. Actually, let's put that back. Hold on, we're at 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I use Metron, I can't do that. Never mind. So yeah, we do want to get rid of this, leaving us with 2, 3, 4, and then we can double that to get to 8. Get rid of this Kalibak. Okay, that worked. We did play a starter though, so we do only get 5 cards this next turn. New card comes out. New card is destroyed. We lost Steppenwolf. Start our turn. We're going to give... Oh, we have to add a new card to the... Oh, we already did that. Hold on. We're going to give him Deadman, which is going to just add a card to the lineup. And we'll give it another kick, which adds a card to the lineup, but does end unappreciated. That's another crisis defeated. These are removed from the game. Not bad. All things considered, this is actually going pretty well, I'd say. We use Mother Box's ability to destroy this punch in my hand. And then we get 3 power here. Follow that up with 4, 5. Apocalypse looks here. We'll leave that there. With our 5 power. Let's go ahead and get Soul Taker Sword. Yes. And we did not play any starters, so we do get 7 cards this turn. New card comes out. It's Orion. All right, put a card of cost 6 or greater from the discard pile into your hand. That's going to be Warrior Princess here. We're going to use Mother Box. Actually, let's use Apocalypse to look here. We'll leave that there. Use Mother Box to destroy this punch. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 powers. All we get there. 7, 8, 9. If I play or have played Starbolt this turn, gain a card from the lineup and put it into my hand. Any card, huh? Well, that's easy. That's going to be Orion. We're at 9 power, so that's 12 power, and I can now draw 2 cards. Draw a card, then I may discard a card. We're going to discard this punch. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 power. You can see how this is going to take off very quickly. We're going to say goodbye to Brother Blood, leaving me with 18 power. A new personal crisis. Each time you buy a card from the lineup, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. A player must buy or gain 2 or more non-villain cards from the lineup during their turn. That's actually really good timing. So with our 18 power, we will go ahead and buy Astro Harness, leaving us with 12 power, which adds a card to the lineup. We'll buy Whirlwind, leaving us with 10 power, which adds a card to the lineup. And that's 2 cards bought from the lineup. That ends Weakened Heart basically as soon as we got it. With our 10 remaining power, we'll get rid of both of these, leaving us still with 6 power. We'll get Science Cell for some future use. We'll give that to a personal crisis in the future. So that's really good news because... And we didn't play any starters that turn, so we're looking at 7 cards again for Kalibak. 7 cards again. Get a new villain, but we have no more personal crisis. We already took care of it. We've got Katana to defend with again. It is Cheshire, who we will defend with. Discard that to draw a new card. Perfect. New card comes out. Man, lots of Katanas floating around. Let's try and get Apocalypse or New Genesis out of here this turn. Let's try and get something. If we can get rid of Apocalypse, we'll get +2 power every turn on top of those 2 card draws. So let's shoot for that. We'll discard High Father to generate 6 power towards Apocalypse. We'll discard Forever People, getting us to 7, 8 power. And that's 8 power towards Apocalypse only. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25 power. That's more than enough to upgrade Apocalypse, leaving us with 13 power. With that 13 power, we could also get rid of Cheshire, but you know what we're going to do instead? Actually, we're at 14, 15 power now, because we get 2 power for Apocalypse. We're going to use that to say goodbye to New Genesis, and it has a retaliation. Each supervillain gains 2 weaknesses, and that leaves us with 6 power. 7, 8, 9. Let's actually use Apocalypse. Is this a villain? No, we'll leave that there. 7, 8, 9. Put equipment into our hand. There's none there. We'll draw a card. 10, 11, 12. Let's actually use that to get rid of New Genesis here. Retaliation. Each villain puts 2 cards of cost 1 or greater from in play or their discard pile into their lineup. We're going to add Katana. And we'll add Batarang. So that was how much power again? That was a lot of power. I think we bought that. That cost 12, right? Yeah. I don't remember what we had left afterwards. We'll just say we have 0, just to be fair. All right, well, 2 power. And there's nothing over here, so it is just the 2 power, but we will double that to get the 4 power. And we'll get 2 Katanas for that, because they've been incredibly useful for us. And I would actually really like the 3rd Katana as well. And we get 7 cards because I don't think we played any starters. Do we even own any starters anymore? What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have one more. We have one more punch floating around in there. We do get 7 cards because we didn't play it last turn. There it is. There it is. We'll start with Soul Taker Sword, destroy a card in our hand. Done. There's no more starters, so that's 2. 4 Power of Apocalypse. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. With that, we'll say goodbye to Cheshire, leaving us with 3 power, which we'll use to get Katana. We didn't play any starters, so we do get 7 cards. We actually get a new Personal Crisis first, though. Discard each hero you control. You can't play heroes. Contribute 2 heroes. All right. We played everything we could. We do get 7 cards, which is going to help us get rid of Unrequited Love quickly. Do wish we bought Daughter of Gotham or Sonic Siren because they're both good heroes to give to this crisis, considering they're ones that we're not going to use. Got our 7 cards. Hopefully there's a defense card in here. Yeah, we've got 2 of them. We've got Katana and we've got Escape Artist. All right, our new attack is Clock King. Each player destroys an equipment they control and an equipment in their hand for each cannot gain a weakness. We will defend with Escape Artist. You may reveal this card from your hand and then discard a card to avoid an attack. We'll discard Whirlwind here. No, we'll discard Boom Tube because there's nothing we can do with it. Nothing we can do with it. Actually, yes, there is. We'll discard Whirlwind. My bad. We'll discard Whirlwind. Okay, Clock King can stay up there. New card comes out. New card is destroyed. So we can't play heroes. We can contribute them, though. Let's draw a card and then discard a card. I guess we will discard Boom Tube because we can't use it the way I thought I could. I thought I'd be able to discard like High Father and then get him back, but I mean, I guess I still could. We just discard High Father, play Boom Tube to get him back. It doesn't really change anything because I still can't play High Father. Oh, we still have 2 power via Apocalypse. 3, 4, 5, and let's try this actually. Are you a villain? No, we'll leave that there. With our 5 power, we'll buy Sonic Siren, leaving us with 1 power. Can't play any of these. We'll give it 1 Katana. Can't play any of those. All right, well, we get 7 cards at least. New card comes out. New card is destroyed. All right, we're going to start with Soul Taker Sword, destroying a weakness in hand, and then use Mother Box to destroy another weakness in hand. It's a lot going on here. Let's try Apocalypse. Are you a villain? No. We'll leave that there. You know, we're just going to get rid of Katana. It's 2 heroes. I know now I have Sonic Siren, I have no use for it, but it is what it is. And what it is Lightning Strike. No, it's gone. No more Katanas, unfortunately. Unrequited Love is taken care of, though. So there is that. So we're at 4 power right now. Five power. Actually, 4 power, and then let's play Anti-Life Equation. 5, 6, count these up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 power. Goodbye, Clock King, leaving us with 12 power. A new Personal Crisis. Discard each superpower you control. You can't play superpowers. Contribute 2 superpowers. Unfortunately, I don't have one in hand. 12 power is what we got, though. 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll use that to defeat New Genesis. So don't have to worry about that anymore. With our 16 power, yeah, we'll buy 1 battering and 1 kick. You know, we'll make it 2 kicks because we are gonna have some superpowers eventually, right? Some superpower requiring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A superpower requiring personal crisis. Oh, like depowered. Perfect. What was I thinking? Okay, so that's that. New villain is Crisis Troya. Do we have a defense? We have Astro Harness here. You may put this card from your hand into play to avoid an attack. If you do, play it on your next turn. So there's that, and there's 3 power from Astro Harness. Fine by me. Okay. So we're at 3 power. I'm not going to give Starbolt to depowered. We can put an equipment from our discard pile. Actually, hold on, we're at 3 power, we're going to buy a kick. We can put an equipment from our discard pile into our hand. I guess we'll make it battering, and then we draw a card. You know, we never added a card and destroyed a card yet. Hold on, add a card and destroy a card. So we're at 0 power. Oh no, we're at 2 power with Apocalypse. Forgot about Apocalypse there. Draw a single card. Okay. 2, 4, 5. Draw another card. Here's a kick. Goodbye, Granny Goodness, leaving us with 0 power. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't really have a reason to dub. I could double it, but no, I won't be able to get rid of Crisis Troya. Hold on. Let's try Apocalypse. Look at this. We will not discard that. We'll just go on the next turn. I'm not going to give up Starbolt for depowered. Do I want to buy anything for that 8? We'll buy 1 kick. And we'll buy battering as well. No starters played. We get 7 cards. Still 2 powers from Apocalypse. New card comes out. New card is destroyed. 4 depowered. Which is going to take another kick. That is contribute 2 superpowers. So that is the end of depowered. These kicks are gone. Depowered is over. Okay, let's start with anti-life equation. So that's 2, 4, and let's count these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 power. That's enough to say goodbye to Crisis Troya. Leave us with 12 power and a new personal crisis. Survivor's Guilt. For each weakness or starter you own is destroyed, add a top card of the main deck to the lineup. 2 cards owned by players must be destroyed during a turn. That's perfect because we can use Mother Box to destroy a card. We'll destroy Whirlwind. And then we'll use Soul Taker Sword to destroy a card. We'll destroy Katana. That's 2 cards owned by players destroyed during a single turn. That's the end of Survivor's Guilt. Still 12 power left over after all that, too. Plus 3 gets us to 15, and we can draw 2 cards. 19. Draw a card, and then may discard a card. Discard that. 22 power. We will buy a kick. We will buy battering. We will move on. All right, and we can get 7 cards again. All right. That was a good use of anti-life equation to defeat the villain and then keep our hand open in order to defeat the upcoming personal crisis. So we kind of flew through that too to it. That's nice. 6, 7. All right, our new villain is Crisis Superboy Prime, and we have a defense, so we will take care of that. Boom, discard that to avoid attack, and then draw a card. New card comes out for our turn. It is Darkside. There's no equipment in our discard pile, but we can still draw a card. Apocalypse, are you a villain? No, we'll discard that. Should have done that earlier. Oh well. Let's see. We get 3 power here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 3 gets us to 14. Gain a card from live and put it into our hand. I guess we'll put Sonic Siren into our hand. And with that 14, we'll say goodbye to Dark Side, leaving us with, let's see, 14 minus 8 would be 6. 7, 8 here. Oh, I forgot Apocalypse here gets us to 10. Unfortunately, nothing else I can do. It's just shy of the 13 I need. Go on to next turn. No starters played, 7 card draw. We still have that +2 from Apocalypse, obviously. So we are at 2 power. Draw a card. I may discard a card. Oh no, draw a card and then discard a card, sorry. We'll get rid of Orion, or Metron here. We're not going to be using him. So we're at 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Draw 2 cards. We'll say goodbye to Crisis Superboy Prime. Units of 0 power. And Out of Control. Each time you draw 1 or more cards during your turn, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. 3 or more cards must be drawn during a player's turn. I don't have anything I can draw during my turn. So we get 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and 4 gets us to 13, which we can buy Jason Blood with. But we do not get anything for Out of Control. So we'll have to figure that out in the next few turns. But it shouldn't be too bad. We've got quite a few card draw options, I think. We do get the end of each of your turns. If you do not play a starter card, draw 2 cards into your new hand. Okay. That's not during my turn. Do get 7 cards, though, which helps a lot with Out of Control. We have 1 card draw from Wonder of the Night. We get Astro Harness for whatever random villain we're about to get. We should be okay. So our new villain is the Brain of Monsieur Malat, who we will defend against. You may put this card into play to avoid an attack. If you do, play on your next turn. Very well. 3 power there from Astro Harness. Plus 2 power from Apocalypse. Didn't put a card out for the turn yet. And then destroy a card for Out of Control. So 5 power we're at total. Put equipment out there and then draw. Actually, first of all, Apocalypse, look at this. We will discard it. And then we'll use Wonder of the Night, which allows us to draw a card. Didn't really get what I wanted. We do add a card for drawing a card. All right, 5 power. 6, 7, and then a bunch of power over here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 power is a lot. $26. Do I want to just get rid of that and get a new personal crisis? I think I do. 26 minus 11 gets us down to 15. It's a new personal crisis. Insecure. Discard each card, cost 5 or greater you control. Can't play those cards. Contribute a card of cost 5 or greater. I think we're at 15 power, so now we have... No, we have 15 power now. We were at 26. So we're at 15 power. Here is Science Cell for Insecure, ending that personal crisis incredibly quickly. All right. And then we'll get... Still can't beat Out of Control, though. So let's discard this. to get Apocalypse Protector 2. I can't really use anything. I'm sorry, New Genesis Protector 2. I can't use it because I can't do anything with that currency right now, that protector currency, but we can use it later for Out of Control if it comes up again. So 2 power here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power total. With that, we'll at least buy Mr. Miracle, and we will buy Canary Cry, and we'll move on to get 7 more cards for our next turn. A new villain, no new personal crisis because we already beat it. And we have our defensive Katana. I feel like we defended against every villain with Katana somehow. It is Terra. Katana defends, and we draw a new card. New card comes out, and a new card is destroyed. So, we need to draw a bunch of cards. I don't have any card draw in this hand. Let's try Apocalypse. Look at this card. We will discard it. We'll try Boom 2. Put a card of cost 6 or greater from our discard pile into our hand. 6 or greater. That's pretty high. All right. Guess we'll take Astral Harness. I can't really think of anything else in here that's going to allow us to draw any cards. That's all I want. Something that draws cards, and it's not there. It's just not there. All right, well, we're about to generate a ton of power. Let's see if we can get rid of Terra again before getting rid of Out of Control. So, let's go with 3 power. We're already at 2 power here, so that's 5 power. Plus 4 gets us to 9 power. 10, 11, 12. Goodbye, Terra, leaving us with 1 power, and we get a new personal crisis. Discard each equipment you control. You can't play equipment. Contribute 2 equipment. Here's Soul Taker Sword and Batarang. Ending Malfunction. Basically, as soon as it started. So at 1 power. 2, 3, 4, 5. We will buy Hawk Girl. And we'll end our turn there. Still have this Out of Control. But we'll get there. Gotta get some card draw going to get that going. For some reason, hasn't been a thing. Even though we're starting with 7 cards every turn, we haven't had the cards necessary to get rid of Out of Control. Alright, what defense cards do we have? We have Escape Artist. Very good. Alright, our new villain is Crisis Dr. Light. We will defend. You may reveal this card from your hand and then discard a card to avoid an attack. We'll discard Sonic Siren, not a useful card. And then new card comes out, and a card is destroyed for Out of Control. There's that. So we're at 2 power. Draw a card and then discard a card. We'll discard Batarang here, since we drew a card that does add a card to the lineup. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Draw 2 cards, which adds a card to the lineup, but it also ends Out of Control, because that is 3 cards drawn in 1 turn. Alright, 12 power. Goodbye, Granny Goodness, brings us down to 6. Goodbye, Ocean Master, bringing us down to 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Goodbye, Crisis Dr. Light, which gets us another personal crisis, which is Sudden Loss. Discard each ongoing card you control. You cannot play ongoing cards. Contribute 2 ongoing cards. That actually is really good for that New Genesis Protector card we had. That's good. That's really good. Get our 7 cards here. We did get none of our... Well, we have no defense or anything, but there's also no attack here. So it's Crisis Trigon. Each player gets a personal crisis. So he gets this one. Trigon costs 5 more to defeat for each personal crisis in play. Perfect. So each time a villain enters the lineup, you discard a card, contribute a single defense card. New card comes out. 2 cards destroyed. Villain did enter, so we have to discard a card. We're going to discard Metron. Because I think we're going to beat this really quickly again. Like, really quickly. Because we're going to play, right off the bat, Anti-Life Equation. 2 power right there. Oh, and 4 power here because Apocalypse. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29 power. Goodbye here, bring us down to 29 minus 6 is 23 power. Put a card of cost 6 or greater from our discard pile into my hand. 23 power. Plus 3 gets us to 26 and draw 2 cards. 27 plus 1 for each hero in our discard pile. 28, 29, 30, 31. Here's Astral Harness to defeat Trial by Combat. I think we said we're at 31, right? 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Oh, no, sorry. 40, 41, 42, 43. 43 power is more than enough to defeat Crisis Trigon, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Still didn't beat Sudden Loss. How far were we from those ongoing cards? It was 2 cards away for our first one, and then we would have had to shuffle to get our second one, but they were there. They were coming. Very quick and easy game. These New Gods cards are very strong, so not having like Unity and the other stuff from Crisis 4 isn't really that much of a hindrance. It's kind of what we came across in the first game, and it lived up here in the second game as well. Still a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I think Kalibak was a lot of fun. So the villains are definitely at a bit of a hindrance here, right? Because most of Apocalypse's abilities that you unlock for playing a supervillain are useless because you can't play villains. It's not until you get to the 3rd and final level that you can actually use them in situations. So where you get that 2 power, you can't really use them the rest of the time, right? So there is that, I guess. But Kalibak's ability to get 2 cards was incredibly useful once we destroyed all of our starters. We were at 7 cards every hand. Once Apocalypse is upgraded, we're at 7 cards every hand, and we start at 2 power. Can't really go wrong there. This main deck size is huge. We flew through this game. I feel like we were defeating a Crisis and or a villain every single turn. If you're not sure what all this is about, it's for the Solo Crisis League. It's a semi-competitive way of playing the DC deck building game and its various Crisis expansions. I run it, I play it, it's a lot of fun to do both. I really like playing it though and showing it off here so other people who are interested can check it out. There's a link below. If you're already a member of the league or you already enjoy the videos or whatever it is that brought you here tonight and you're considering supporting those efforts, there's a few different things you can consider. You can check out the Etsy store where we got things like the official league playmat. We also have a pin and a sticker and all sorts of fun stuff. Those are available on the Etsy store by themselves, or if you join the Patreon at the hero level, you get those things shipped to you every few months in an order of events, I guess. Hey, thanks for the great stream. Thank you. It's a pretty quick and easy game. This Anti-Life Equation, like I covered in last game, is very overpowered in a Solo Crisis game. It is incredibly easy to just fly through the game because all the villains get into the destroyed pile, which only makes Anti-Life Equation that much stronger. So, this is for the Solo Crisis League. Check those out if you want to enjoy the Patreon. You get those physical rewards as well as rewards like mid-round results, sneak peeks, upcoming rounds, stuff like that. I do want to thank the 4 most recent members of the Patreon. These 4 are all members of the Solo Champions League. It's like the Solo Crisis League, except there we use Marvel Champions. It's very similar, also a lot of fun. So those 4 are Kennedy Hawk. Kennedy Hawk, if you're familiar with Marvel Champions and the community around it, is a very active member. He has got his own podcast about it. Thank you for joining Kennedy Hawk, and thank you for enjoying the league. We've got Turkey Guy, who's been in the Solo Champions League for, I think, just a 2 seasons or so, and seems to really be enjoying himself. He's also really active in our community there. Thank you, Turkey Guy, for joining the Patreon. I hope you are enjoying yourself as well. And Gondo. Gondo's been around since Season 2 of the Solo Champions League. That's almost 2 years ago. A year and a half at least. Thank you, Gondo. Thank you for joining the Patreon, and good luck in your final game of Season 10. And then Shoe Angels, one of the newer members of the Solo Champions League. They just joined last round, and they jumped into the Patreon right away. So thank you, Shoe Angel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I've got for tonight. Thank you for watching. Good luck in all of your games if you're playing in Solo Crisis League, and I will see you for our third and final attempt some other night this week. Thanks again. Good night.